respond. And even at the moment when he did it, the Pusha T thing, he himself is acknowledging, if y'all want to call it loss, it's cool, because I get it. But I just couldn't do that. But he's been keeping it hip hop.
The reason why Drake ass is because he set the clock.
What do you mean he said?
I'm telling you. So now, once you jump out there and said, I waited 4 days where y'all at, and now somebody clap at you and you have not, that's what they're doing.
I hate that that's actually...
He did it though.
No, hold on. All right, cool. By the way, I'm sorry for keeping your mic. I'm so sorry. I'm getting a little passionate. Anyway, check this out. The reason why I hate that is because this whole thing with him and Kendrick, there ain't no clock going to be set on a featured verse. Just like how he was featured on, it was his song, but him and J. Cole did First Person Shooter. There was nobody who even had the conversation. Matter of fact, people don't even know this at Kendrick. Why the hell is Kendrick dropping a verse on like that, given any time clock? I believe in the time clock. If Kendrick dropped today, Drake got to respond by the end of the week, and he would. But you can't drop a featured. Drake gonna drop 20 features. You do one feature a year, my nigga. That's the thing that people got to start talking to Kendrick. You do one feature a year. You're not doing.
That's hate. That's hate. That's hate.
How's that hate? You tell me.
It'd be a hell of a feature.
Damn, this is what everybody said about Andre 3000. You do one feature, but if that verse is always that verse.
Hell of a feature. I saw you Hennessy'd up.
Yo,
I saw you on a lot of Henny when that record came out. Yes, sir. I saw you look deadpan in the camera and have a heart-to-heart with your GOAT.
Now he's the GOAT.
My GOAT, what did my GOAT gotta come outside? We don't want
No, hold on.
Yeah,
hold on.
I heard it.
No.
You know what the verse did.
No.
I'm sick of you Drake fans acting like y'all don't know what that verse did.
Hold on. But here's what I'm saying. He has to respond. To that, yes. He doesn't have to respond in how people want him to respond.
I don't care about the clock.
I'm just saying.
You know how he's gonna respond? It's like how he responds to everything. Yo, I'm gonna do another hit record and I'm gonna give you some bars, my nigga. Because again,
I love that. Bo Drake's last hit record.
I mean, which one?
I'm asking. I don't know.
Last hit record.
I mean, like I could go Jimmy Cooks. Was that's off? Are we just talking about any hit record?
Yeah, anyone.
Shit, him and Future. Yeah. Him, Future, and Tim's.
No. The one with Sexy Red. Sexy Red record.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Every record he drops is a hit.
He's had hit records.
Every record he drops is a hit. I'm only saying, yo, I believe Drake is ready to go. But I don't think he's going to go off of like that, even though, I keep saying Kendrick, to me personally, Kendrick ain't the best at this. He's the best at moments. He creates moments. But if I ask you anytime, how did Control start? Nobody knows. I ask you how Like That starts. Nobody knows. I ask you who he dissed or what he said. Of course.
No, that's so much hate. Joe is right to say that it's hate because he legitimately is talking about this dude every time he drops is a moment or it's just a moment, it's here and there. Well, how about every time that he does a feature when he's going at people, it's impactful. That's what music is supposed to be. That's what Drake fans keep discrediting about Kendrick Lamar. When he do drop, it's something that hits so hard that it's almost shakes the world and stop. Yo, who is he talking about? And then it's so precise that you know who he talking about. And now everybody's like, yo, somebody got to come outside. He legitimately put the fire to the flame on the whole entire thing whenever he responded. First Person Shooter was cool, but once he responded with Like That feature, it literally blew First Person Shooter out the water, and it made First Person Shooter sound whack a little bit. Now, if you hear it now because of the words that he used, to me, that's something you have to give him more credit for and stop trying to discredit him, you Drake fans or Drake stans, because y'all just want to big up Drake's success or how y'all see him winning and all this stuff like that. Y'all see how he just scapegoated over the whole Pusha T situation, like, oh, Drake said he could just take that as a loss. Well, is he supposed to be the GOAT? Because what GOAT would want to take a loss? Like, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick has yet to lose because Kendrick has yet to drop a diss, right? We see Kanye, what side Kanye's on. Kanye just now, at the moment of recording, is basically dropped Like That remix where he's basically doing his own stuff with the Metro Boomin drums. You know what I'm saying? He's rapping a great rap style and everything, and he's back, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's Vultures 2 type energy, and it's like, yo, this is legitimately Civil War Avengers, and he legitimately went crazy on Like That. So, like, to me right now is everybody got to choose who they want to choose with. I'm team Ye, I'm team Kendrick Lamar, I'm team that. You guys got to choose y'all teams because it's like a civil war, so you guys got to choose Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther. You got to choose a character. Somebody choose a character, and and then y'all run with that character. You know what I'm saying? Because look, at the end of the day, we all gonna disagree and agree. You know what I'm saying? Some people might think that Drake is winning. Some people think that Drake is losing. I think that, look, this is a giant war, and I feel like the person that hasn't speak has a lot of power because all he's doing has been surveillance and everything. And it could be the art of war, depending on what Kendrick do. Because when he dropped, we know how impactful it is. We know how much it shakes up the game. So if Kendrick drops something that shakes up the game, then y'all gotta give him respect. You know what I'm saying? Especially if Drake dropped 2 songs where it's gonna probably not age well, because the AI one, people's like it's perplexed. It's like 50-50. I'm seeing a lot of people saying it's corny for him using the Tupac, because Tupac is gone, you know what I'm saying, and rest in peace. But it's like, why would you use that? And then Snoop Dogg, which is who's alive and he's here, and you AI in his voice, and you just add an AI into rap beef, like you really playing into it. So much things at play where people like and dislike it, based off of it actually being a rap song and it being old school. You know what I'm saying? That's the part I like about it. But I can see where people could dislike about it. You know what I'm saying? So like the Drake diss, he got 2 of them on top of Kendrick. Kendrick hasn't replied. We got a Ye diss, boom. We got a Chris Brown and Quavo, boom. We got them clashing at each other right now. And Chris Brown, to me, set an ether out on Quavo. I don't know how Quavo gonna be able to respond to this one, because that one was kind of crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. His first one was a jab, but this second, the one he dropped, oh my Lord, Chris Brown. Boy, you like that, boy. Let's keep it going.
He's good at moments. So we're holding everybody hostage to him creating a moment when Drake is actually, we've seen him engage. Okay, we heard infrared. All right, nigga, here's Duppy freestyle. What's popping?
Ask your question. Is that Kendrick's fault that nobody engaged back with him?
Because this is not the first time he shot it.
He shot.
Hold on.
Control verse.
This is the biggest cap ever in history.
Look.
You said, who ain't engaged with Kendrick?
I said
niggas be acting like Kendrick the boogeyman. Who ain't
They
engaged
act
with
like
Kendrick?
it.
No, nobody acts like it. That's the narrative that fans have adopted. He dropped Control. 4 niggas responded. He responded to none of them.
I'm talking about the niggas that he named first off.
The niggas he named responded. Big Crit responded. Lupe responded.
Can I?
Meek responded. That niggas, he never responded back to him.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Tell me about what Big Crit and fucking stop it.
So essentially what you're trying to tell me is that he called, hold on, okay. So you're telling me he called 30 niggas names, but he really only wanted 1 to respond. Yeah, Drake ain't respond because Drake said it on he said on the radio station. He said, this nigga is not doing it for real. You said yourself, I also am in good belief, based on information I've known, that Kendrick got a diss song for Drake.
Oh, for sure.
Drop it. If you drop it.
No.
Why? Why would he drop right now?
Because you want to engage.
No. He's already engaged.
And
he's already engaged.
Stop it.
How? Hold on. How?
He's throwing clear shot at the person that he wants now.
Wait. How? Tell me. Let's do it.
How?
Yes.
The number 1
for
song
all you dogs getting buried.
Really that?
I'm just listen.
The hardest part about that whole verse was literally him saying, "Nigga, fuck the big 3." Drake ain't never said nothing about the big 3.
Cool.
Any better than that?
Because he don't believe it's big 3.
And you better not say nothing about it.
Let me ask you a question.
You better not say nothing about it.
You heard them shots. You heard them shots in that song.
I'll ask all y'all the question. Y'all think Drake think he's in a big 3 with J. Cole and Kendrick? I would surmise that Drake don't even respect them niggas like that. Let me not say them niggas. I'm talking about Kendrick.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Stop it.
I agree with you.
You're just doing some Drake fans.
I agree with you on that.
I agree with him.
No, you're not.
I agree with you on that.
He's never said the big 3. That's the most potent part of the bar. The most part of the dick. Yo, fuck the big 3. The only nigga who just rapped about the big 3 was Cole talking about, yo, we the big 3 like we started the league.
The most important part of the bar is nigga Prince out.
The only thing that Drake ever talked about the big 3, he said, nigga, I'm top 2, not 2. He ain't never said I'm in the. Yo, that's J. Cole trying to feel like he's a middle child holding these niggas up, trying to prop himself up. That nigga Drake has never used, whether it's Kendrick or Cole, to validate himself. He's only referred to himself as the GOAT. Facts. So which part of this bar, other than this, the K9's like Pet Cemetery, cool, but that's a cool little jab. That's not no bar.
Bro, first of all, that was not no just cool little jab. Like, I hate when he do that, because if Drake did some type of wordplay where he's using his first and last name as a name to represent a dog and a gun at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see K with all these knives. You're gonna see Pet Cemetery. You a bum. Yeah. Your best work is a light pad and a Prince outlet by Jack. Bum. Yo. That boy went crazy on that song. Like, y'all just can't sit there and just discredit that song, because to me, I have yet to hear a Drake lyricism that's better than Like That. 7 size 7 mid shoes or men's shoes isn't like, we gonna see K with all these 9s, he gonna see Pet Cemetery, you a bum. Like, that K with all these 9s, like, that's just it, bro. Come on. Y'all can't sit there and tell me that wasn't better than anything Drake has came out with lyrically. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all just gonna, because Drake is so popular, when he drops it's so impactful, and it's like, oh my God, Drake, oh my God. And you got cheerleaders like Akademiks that's like, Drake, oh my God. So now you got all this type of energy, and then you got people who just really, really like him all together in once, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna make the song go even crazier than what it really is if you contextualize it and break it down quality wise. What am I getting lyrically? He's good at making impactful, like, surprise stuff. Like this AI thing is a surprise. It's a chess move. He's playing psychological warfare with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar really has to gear up. But I think Kendrick Lamar is built for it because of the fact that he's been silent. People around him in his camp has been speaking. And the way they've been speaking is that he got something. He's just playing his game, and y'all need to wait. Because Drake took around 22, 23 days. Drake took around 3 weeks to even respond, first of all, to even start it off. So the fact that he just want to push and do all of this stuff to Drake is unfair, because, well, to me, everybody was like, yo, Drake, where you at? We don't want to see J. Cole respond and apologize at the same time. We wanted to see you respond. He waited until J. Cole did all of that stuff. So J. Cole kind of took the first shots. Like he basically took the bullets for Drake. And because he did that, like, it gave Drake time to, like, do what he's doing right now, which is troll now and be ready now. So now allow Kendrick to be ready, because he didn't know when you was going to respond. So let him get his whole camp ready and let him get all his songs ready, like you've been doing recently. You know what I'm saying? And you can't troll him out of this, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, he's still in this warfare, and you know you're not dealing with a punk, you know what I'm saying? Like, he going to try to punk Kendrick, but you're not dealing with a lyrical punch. How about that? Let's keep it going.
Hey, cool jab at I just told you, the Prince outlived Mike Jack. That's the bar.
Prince
talking to.
He's talking directly to the Prince. I know he's talking to. And you're telling me that Prince outlived Mike Jack is first of all. We were shot because we went into the J. Cole problem. We went into the J. Cole problem. When J. Cole dissed Kendrick, it wasn't believable. You said half of his shit was trash. It's not. I'll tell you, man, if everybody's talking about just albums, Kendrick probably has the most stellar discography, even if he doesn't drop the most. So what you rapped about, Cole, was incorrect. 100%. That's why you're copping, please, apologizing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what I said.
Cool. But that's that big three argument. So now I'm saying, why Kendrick not just going directly at Drake?
He did go directly at Drake. That verse
enough for a response? You tell me.
If someone pushes you,
you tell me. Because
if someone pushes you, you gotta swing back. It's all
Kendrick has done this several times.
Hey, if I come in here and smack you, you're not gonna say, yo, dog, why you smack all 5 of them? Why you ain't just smack one of them? It don't matter. He shot at Drake. Whether it was a minimal shot or a huge bazooka,
I hate what you're saying, because y'all are acting like, and I keep telling y'all, Drake the only nigga out of all these people we talking about that really been keeping hip hop.
I agree with
you. You know why? You know why the Weeknd is singing this is? You know why the Weeknd is singing this is? Why A$AP Rocky is in his feelings talking about, oh shit, yo, I hit your baby mom's first, because Drake's been shooting at niggas every time.
Yes.
Consistently.
How long have Drake and Kendrick been shooting at each other?
Drake shot at Kendrick. Kendrick just shot back. But none of these shots.
How long have they been shooting at each other?
12 years.
So why all of a sudden this song, Drake now got to go drop the actual song?
I don't say you got to drop the actual song.
If Kendrick feels is on that level, all right, pop out. And when you pop out,
it's on you.
Let's see if Drake is going to respond. If he fold up, you already know what time it is. He was never on your level. But you seeming like you try to make it a moment. I can tell you, Kendrick makes moments. You know. Okay, take advantage of the moment. Drop the diss, and now have the culture look at Drake. Brother, you got to go respond to that. If he don't respond, he do some Pusha T shit, don't respond, it's over.
Act, we know that you and Team OBO.
They know Team OBO, oh my God, look at this.
To drop that diss.
This is a stare down. Who blinks first? That's what it don't like, but it shouldn't be.
Drake is who we think he is. Jab.
Yo, this is very true. Like, you guys got to understand, like, everything Akademiks doing is like the best caping I've ever seen for Drake. Like, he's really, really, really good at defending Drake. Like how, you know, Shannon Sharp defends LeBron James. Like, you know how good it is. You like, wow, like he really just came up with all of these other stuff. But he's, you know, we already know Michael Jordan is really the GOAT, but this guy is really great at trying to make it seem like this guy is the GOAT, right? So it's like he's just discrediting everything Kendrick Lamar does to big up Drake in the situation. But Drake has not kept the hip hop. Drake was on IG captions and all this other stuff and doing subliminals for 3 weeks. First of all, people forget that because people like Akademiks rewrite the narrative because he has control to do that. But he was literally, I'm gonna remind y'all, he was legitimately creating subliminals and writing whack captions and all of this stuff for 3 weeks. Then while after he dropped the push-ups, or if push-ups was leaked or whatever, then he started doing disses to like Rick Ross, but like in IG captions. He hasn't replied to Rick Ross with a song. He made a Kendrick Lamar diss because now he just went straight to, he didn't create a Rick Ross diss like how Rick Ross created it in 2 hours. So he just went straight to Kendrick Lamar. He just turned his head because what Rick Ross did was actually rap. He kept the rap. And then he started trolling Drake because Drake was literally trolling him with captions and different stuff that he's been doing online. So Drake has not always kept the hip hop, and that's the rewriting the narrative stuff that I'm talking about. Now he even got AI, and AI isn't technically hip hop. So, but like if it's on the old school beat and he rapping, I mean, this is the new hip hop age. So we have to add AI into it because the number one artist just added AI into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was just gonna keep that as the trolls doing that, but now that we have an actual number one MC in the in rap in terms of popularity, adding that into it now is scary times. AI will destroy it will add into the music a little bit, just adding different flavors, but sound quality wise, it's not the best. But I know when it gets better, it's going to be a little more insane. But even then, it just changes everything, like with AI. Like it's not something that I thought would ever be a thing that would ever be implemented in music. I thought it would be more for like aiding hospital people, like hospitalized people, or people who are like obviously sick and stuff like that, like cars or like technology, like planes and trains and all that stuff. I thought it was going to be used for other stuff. I'm not thinking it's going to, or like police stuff. I'm not thinking it's going to be used for music industry. So that kind of gets me a weird taste in my mouth just off of that. But let's keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I got another clip I want to play y'all. So let's just keep it through.
The cachet has to be there. That's why Future was perfect. What I want to hear on Khaled is maybe Drake and Ross both rapping about what their issues are. Because if Khaled is the great unifier, then I want to hear something like that. I don't want to hear this record on a Khaled album.
This Ross and Drake shit.
That's the one that hurt.
Yeah.
How do you think that pans out?
Man, fuck that. I'm on the Kendrick shit, and I'm gonna get to that. But
no, you're not. You're scared. You're scared of the boogeyman. You're not on Kendrick shit. You're scared of the boogeyman.
No. I just don't like how the culture is now purporting it that. Again, a moment that we're all acknowledging is a moment means Drake needs to fire off some diss song that's supposed to fuck everything
Acknowledge
up.
the moment.
We're acknowledging the moment.
No, he has to acknowledge
it. He will acknowledge the moment on the track.
Huh?
He'll acknowledge it on some response. I know it might not be how you want to acknowledge it.
I'm cool with however you want to acknowledge it.
But when you were talking all about this back and forth, you know what you were saying? You were saying these motherfuckers are finally about to collide. This has been a long time in the making, 10 years. Been over 10 years.
Yes.
I'm telling you that I believe that Drake is ready to really get into it with him, just like how he's done with Meek Mill, Pusha T, anybody, even Common. He's down to get into it.
Okay, so maybe on site means something different in Canada.
What do you mean?
Damn,
because if I really want to get it on with him,
hold on.
And I happen to bump into him on, he ain't got to say or do shit. I want to get it on with him. I see him. That's it.
So
that's it.
I'm
not gonna do the shit. Most old school shit niggas used to do with them.
The shoulder.
That's what I just said.
I had a mean headlock off the shoulder. I had a mean headlock off.
Yo, you guys see how Joe Budden got up and tried to do that? That was literally hilarious. So legitimately, he's speaking facts. If someone come out and just literally, like, if you see somebody, they want to smoke with you immediately, you're going at them immediately. Drake took 3 weeks and people forgot about this. You know what I'm saying? And this was recorded like 5 days ago or 6 days ago. So I think this was before the leak even came out. So like they're getting a different perspective. They're like, you know what I'm saying? But now that we're here in the more of the future from when they respond, how they're reacting to, now we can put better context to it. You know what I'm saying? And talk about who was right or wrong in the situation. So, I mean, to me, Joe's hitting it on the money. Like, this is what I'm talking about in terms of, like, Joe's, first of all, a genius in this whole entire thing. He's predicted almost every single thing, even the AI situation. He predicted the AI situation. Drake used the AI from the podcast. Literally, he's talked about the podcast and the song. So, you guys can understand. Joe Budden is the quote-unquote, if y'all want to put Drake as the number one, Joe Budden is the Drake of the podcast hip-hop world in terms of the voice. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be doing videos on him, because it's like, bro, this is the GOAT right here telling y'all, yo, boom, this is what's going to happen. And then y'all just be like, oh, what is he talking about? Y'all don't even, bro, this is the number one dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think Drake keep going at this guy? You know what I'm saying? Why do you think Drake keep even talking about him? Because he knows whatever Joe say is most likely going to be true. And that's why he even had, I believe, Tupac, or was it Snoop Dogg who said that bar in the AI? He had the AI Snoop Dogg, I believe, say that with with Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting, this whole entire beef right now, because it tells you how much Drake actually watches Joe Budden. He must watch him habitually. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you keep saying. That's what you keep saying.
What was the push?
No, one of them is not.
No, one of them's not doing it. One of them's not
I
doing it.
think Drake is waiting for he's
That's
waiting
not
for
true.
Kendrick to jump out the window.
Let me ask you this, Joe. Let me ask you this, Joe. You heard pump it up.
That was enough.
That's why he
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Records.
I'm a one hit. You a one hit wonder. I write all my stuff.
That record never something like that.
You shot 6 or 5 songs.
That was the ones that came out.
That was
Wait. Let me finish. I'm making a point.
What?
I got a whole
I'm making a point though. My point is you wanted to smoke. And wasn't nothing gonna stop you from smoking him up.
They got tired of waiting.
So if Kendrick really wants to smoke, like everybody is saying he does,
I agree.
I don't have to jab you and wait for you to jab me back. If I really want to smoke, I could jab, uppercut, throw my hooks, and get you the fuck out of here.
But that goes against what
He's been responding to old smoke.
That goes against what Axe said. Because Axe said that he knows
Yo, what
Drake
I'm
wants to
saying,
smoke.
I'm not talking about Drake. I'm talking about Kendrick. Y'all are saying like Kendrick just wants this immense amount of smoke. Cool. Let's say he does.
That's cap.
I jabbed you. You ain't follow back. I'm gonna jab you again. If my purpose is to get you the fuck up out of here, I'm gonna beat you the fuck up.
Go to Ice's
You don't
point.
have to punch back.
Hold on, go to Ice's point. What did Drake say when he gave the time? He said, "I waited 4 days, nigga. Where y'all at?
I'm back
Yo,
again.
I dropped the first record charged up. Y'all still ain't respond. All right, pussy. Here it is. I was ending before you get started.
Yes.
Why ain't you see? I hate when people give Kendrick the credit of acting like he's gonna follow up. This is why I go back to moments he's made. Control. He name dropped mad niggas. Y'all gonna try to discredit my point by saying he named people and they responded and he didn't respond. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's Kendrick. Okay, cool. So now he's now doing the same thing. This is the second moment he's.
You can't compare Control to like that. You can't compare it. Because he was literally talking about, he wasn't even dissing the whole league. He was basically separating himself from everybody, naming that these are the people that's his competition and all that stuff. You literally can't compare it. Like that is a singular person. Really a little bit jab at J. Cole, but it was really aimed at Drake all the way. It's a personal diss. It's not even, this is the first time Kendrick has done this. Academics is trying to rewrite the narratives for y'all to make Drake look better. And I have to debunk it every time he speak that Drake ooze.
He's making. What are you going to do in response? Now, granted, J. Cole's out the way, but if Drake doesn't respond, ain't it on you to just force him to respond?
I don't like the Control argument only because that verse, yes, the moment was him saying names. Wow, somebody's finally saying names, especially somebody up there at the top.
That was disrespectful. Too much disrespect.
But what he said,
It was still a very general statement.
yeah, what he said was,
I'm trying to murder you niggas?
No, he said, if I'm
general.
on a song,
I'm trying to make sure niggas don't hear a noun or verb from you.
I'm talking to the field.
It
I'm
wasn't
talking
when he
to
got
my
on
contemporaries.
the
If
cypher.
I'm on a record with any of y'all, this is my goal. I want to take y'all out. If I'm on a song with y'all, if I do anything, I don't care if we cool. I just want to be the best. It wasn't a beef type of thing that he was putting out in that record. It was literally a blanket statement. Just, hey, I don't care if it's Parks, Imani, Joe, Ish. If I power with y'all, I want to just destroy y'all.
Would I disagree about what you saying? That shit.
War in that record.
Would I disagree about what you say? You're saying, and you're making a valid point, but I'm gonna disagree with it by saying, well, why did you then get on the BT Cypher recording, even what Parsons said, and then say, yo, nothing been the same since I dropped Control?
Because I want that one.
Back up in his pajama. Come on, bro. So basically, you're saying that you was asking for smoke and you tucked the sensitive rapper back up in his pajamas.
This particular
so
one,
you really wanted smoke.
I want smoke with him.
Drake
And
came out
he
back then and
sucked
said, yo, this nigga saying it's not what it is. This ain't really real. He was just rapping. He's competing, but he's not really calling niggas out. Then you get back.
He don't. Yes, he's right.
Then you
he
literally
wasn't calling niggas out as
but
if
you
I want
got
smoke.
on the cipher and said nothing been the same, like you did something.
He used that controller moment. He used that control moment as a sneak diss by making it more general. When really he wanted really.
I want the smoke.
I really
with
want
Drake.
smoke, but
With him.
but instead of turning that into that moment, I'm gonna make this more general for everybody. Cool. Then you turn around, you do the cipher.
Exactly.
It's very clear as day who that's aimed at. You could have just did that on the control shit. You could have just said what you really wanted to do. You didn't get off at that moment.
I think he's had
You
two
know, my
people on his
problem
list
is
he
with
wanted
some
to
of this-
engage
with
with.
some of
Drake
this
fights.
fans, as New Yorkers, right?
Yeah.
As people in the tri-state area.
Well, yeah,
I ain't no New Yorker.
That's right.
Tri-state
I'm a New
area.
York nigga. So.
But versus the rest of the country. New Yorkers know that when you say, suck my dick, fuck your mother, bitch ass nigga,
We fight.
This is what it is.
There's no coming back from that.
I'm saying that so you could get active.
No,
nigga.
you're right.
Yeah,
So when y'all keep saying that Kendrick, whatever you got to say about it, like I keep envisioning it like Kendrick saying, suck my dick, you niggas. He's expecting
When he
Drake
said
to
that?
get active from that. That's what the future verse is.
To me, Joe Budden is right, and you guys can clearly see that Drake did exactly what Kendrick Lamar did, like kind of expected to do, especially now that we're in the future from when all of this stuff, when this pod was recorded. We know that Kendrick Lamar hasn't said anything, but we know that the way that he called him a bum, I'm trying to tell you, it's exactly like how he explained the New York mentality, right? In New York, there's untitled words. There's words that once you hear these words, it's time to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's time for hands to get thrown. You know what I'm saying? You getting snuffed. So like that's the energy that's gonna happen once you hear SMD and eat my, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna say all the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Joe basically said it, basically censored it up. But you know what I'm saying? He basically is talking about that energy. Drake is literally responding with that energy with the AI diss and the push-ups, talking about size 7 mid-zone. So what do you guys think Kendrick is doing? I feel like Kendrick is doing the evil hand with his fingers up, or maybe even the Austin Powers, because I think he knows that he got Drake upset, and now Drake is out of pocket, out of mind, trying to poke the bear. And when Kendrick dropped, we all know how impactful it's going to be because of how quiet he's been. And maybe his art of war is a little bit more cerebral. It's kung fu. We don't know what he's really planning to do. So we got Drake up 2 basically off of just 2 songs. We're not talking about points because they don't start until the other recipient actually makes a diss song, right? So it's for me 0-0, but people I already know people's gonna give him 2 even though they haven't even heard a Kendrick response. You know what I'm saying? So it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? The diss doesn't start initially until 2 people have a diss song out. Like how Quavo and Chris Brown both have a diss song out. We all labeling Chris Brown right now as the victorious because of how impactful and how crazy he really went off. You know why we did that? Because the diss and the diss. So now we need Kendrick to drop a diss so then we can actually compare the 2 instead of comparing it to a feature. It's not about, the feature was the jab to get the dude to come outside. You know what I'm saying? And now that you got the bear to come outside, now the bear is poking at you to get you come back outside to actually say what you actually mean. This is getting real good. Let's get back into it.
That's what's implied.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
Get active.
Let me ask you a question.
That was implied more of tonality, but I'm telling you, the most potent shit he said there is to the nigga that just copped a plea at Dreamville Fest. He did okay, we're saying that Drake needs to respond because he said, yo,
I want to use your example.
K9's Pet Cemetery or there's a lot of goofies with a check. Those are the only 2 things that really connected to Drake.
That's
Other
not
than that,
true.
he's saying,
I told you that Mike Jack line was direct to Drake,
That's not even really a diss.
It is a diss when you look at
Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga,
listen,
in history, a lot of people will just say Mike Jack is greater than Prince. Even if there's other people who say otherwise, that's not that much of a diss.
There's a reason why Prince and Mike Jack being used, Drake and Kendrick matters.
I know.
So I'm basically discrediting you. Yeah, you are the big act, but all of that shit is a facade for you.
And Drake said the same thing.
Artist. So
Drake said the same thing.
And if you Mike Jack and outlive you,
Joe, let me talk.
Well, to me, basically what that Prince outlived Mike Jack bar basically meant, it wasn't a diss towards Michael Jackson. It was basically saying that Prince legitimately outlived in real life, basically Mike Jack. Also saying that I feel like it's also a consciousness level because we know how Prince was conscious and all that stuff like that. And Mike was a lot more, Mike was a victim of a lot of different things and all that stuff. And I also think it was a subliminal shot because we already know what people already say about Michael Jackson touching little people and all that stuff. So we know Drake is with Millie Brown and all that stuff. So I feel like it's a double entendre in so many different ways, but I feel like it's not a more disrespect to Michael Jackson. I feel like it's just to talk about 2 of the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? When you want to listen to Prince, you listen to Prince for what Prince brings. When you want to listen to Michael Jackson, listen to Michael Jackson for what Michael Jackson brings. I don't ever compare them because to me it's two of the greatest. You can't compare them because they're so stylistically different. But I literally love Prince. I love Prince music, and I literally love Michael Jackson music. So I listen to both habitually. Like I literally listen to Prince When Doves Cry, you know what I'm saying, 1999, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally love Prince music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think Prince is to me one of the most underrated greatest of all time, even though he's not underrated, but he should be considered in like a lot of conversations just in general. Like he should be always brought up because of how great he was. Like he was not normal at all. And he was so gifted and talented. But this is basically the last clip I'm gonna play for you guys, so then we can basically wrap this up, so we can basically get our final reaction on it all. We just, you know how we naturally do the Joe Budden podcast breakdowns on certain type of situations when it has to do with specifically this rap beef. So let's get back into it.
Make myself perfectly clear. Joe can't be recruited. That's back to the integrity of a man thing that I keep talking about. I don't have a price. Can any of these niggas call me and tag me in? I
You
don't
do for
fuck
free.
with
I'm not
none
saying
of
you
niggas.
access price. You do for free.
I'm not getting in this
Don't
shit.
fuck with Drake. You're like, finally, fuck this
Nigga
nigga.
said,
Man. That's what
niggas
niggas
call me to
get.
just talk on the project. I said, I
Never,
funny.
never, never.
You do a mean interlude right now for like
No,
cap.
I'm
He
telling
said
you I
it.
wouldn't. I know, and I wouldn't do it. It was an example in a
It's
pod
okay,
that
bro.
you keep repeating, and somebody gonna believe it. So I want to make myself clear.
That's
No.
narrative. See how narratives get you jammed up?
Yeah, but some you step on, some you like, oh,
right.
I'm stepping on this
All
one.
right, well,
no,
if you do
I'm
the,
not
if you do
doing
the
an
interlude, can I do the ooze?
I'm not alone.
Oh, word.
These niggas. Man.
I had my moment. My moment was kind of what they doing now. You rapped, okay, I'm gonna go. Now I know you're not gonna go. That was my moment. However, if that's changed and altered out there, I don't care. My rapper moment was bingo. Now. Oh, and again. and again. And again. That was it. Now I'm retiring. When I say retiring, I'm really retiring. I don't want nothing to do with that shit.
All right. Well, I'll throw this question to the room because I think everybody, even today, I'm reading the timeline. I'm reading people like mentioning on my live. Everyone really wants to know what the fuck. Like, what's the problem? Like, why everybody just hates? Like, the Weeknd just jumped out. ASAP Rocky, that's an obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it seems like almost an alliance of niggas. Like, you're not the guy who is. We know Drake for we're giving you a stimulus package. We help you on your biggest single.
See,
Everybody don't like this nigga.
That's
Why?
what I want you and the likes of you to
Figure
answer.
out. Yeah.
That's what I want the Drake super fans to answer.
But you're not gonna get an answer that's gonna
Satisfy the room.
satisfy
the
because
court.
we're gonna take it as these are all unsuccessful niggas hating on the go.
Not me. I'm not taking it like that.
Yo,
That's not true. That's how you take it.
can't.
See, that's why I hate that Academics is the person that speaks. Like, oh my god, sometimes I hate when he be speaking because the way he rewrite the narratives, you know what I'm saying? There's no hate to Academics, but bro, the way you love Drake, and it only be on your takes with Drake. Everybody else you be mad objective on because they not your GOAT. But yo, when you got a GOAT, bro, like some people delusionally be with their GOAT, and it's crazy because to me, my GOATs, I would never do this to them. Like I wouldn't just blindly follow them. Like I feel like that's horrible. But he legitimately discredited all of these other artists as if they're not good because they're not Drake, because they don't sell out like Drake or they don't paint their fingernails to get popular like Drake. So that's why it's so hard to get a great, like, neutral, unbiased opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's why I have to lean so far on the other side of Drake, because you have someone so on the other side of Drake. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I keep it neutral, it still won't, like, I have to talk about Drake how he actually is. And this is how he actually is. And people perceive the truth as hate all the time. I don't even hate Drake. I listen to Drake more than people who even like Drake listen to Drake. I know Drake music better than y'all. Trust me, I do. Like, legitimately. So when I talk about Drake, it's almost like I understand him from the musical point of view. I kind of understand his brain a little bit from the music side. And I also study a lot of his interviews growing up. Like I said, I literally studied this dude. So, like, I know what type of energy he brings, right? So, but I also understand J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and stuff like that, because I studied J. Cole, I studied Kendrick Lamar, you know what I'm saying? But I was studying Drake the most, obviously, and studying J. Cole the most too. Those two the most, because those were the most relatable people to my life growing up. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar ended up being for when I got a little older and a little more cerebral and able to understand a lot more of the type of lyrics that he brings, more of matured mentality. And you know what I'm saying? You have to be a higher consciousness. That's why people don't realize that, like, Kendrick isn't for idiots, quote unquote. Like, I know how that sounds, like, you know, it might sound messed up, but I'm not trying to diss nobody. I'm just saying he's not for someone that's not going to think. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when Drake trying to clown him with the AI diss, talking about quintuple entendres, that's messed up, because Drake is basically trying to say that he's smart. So he's trying to discredit Kendrick for being a smart dude. Man, get out of here, bro. So that's why I have to keep it objective. I have to keep it neutral. You know what I'm saying? And when Drake drop a dope song, I'll come out and I'll be like, yo, that was a dope song. And I say why it's good. But then I also explain why I don't like this part or this part. That's called being objective. That's not hate. So you guys got to understand, what Academics is doing is caping all the way and discrediting everybody. And I hate when people do that. Let's get back into
That's how you
definitely
take it.
can't.
No, these niggas are jealous. Or to be more facetious, damn, I guess Drake did really fuck all these niggas girls. Damn, Metro, like you was called pillow talking. Drake fucked her. We hear about a girl with you and Future. Well, at least Drake's living his lyrics. We're gonna look at it like that unless we know something tangible.
Let me ask you this: when we watch someone like, I use Nicki for example, and consistently get into some back and forths with someone, the thing that people like to say, it got to be something that she's doing because it's a pattern. She's always the common denominator in the situation, right? Why can't we say the same in response to Drake? Why you just think niggas just got to plan out?
I agree with y'all.
Okay.
I agree with y'all, because even though I'm a fan, I understand. I'm like, there is something I asked Drake this morning. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah,
with these niggas? Of course, his answer ain't gonna be like, oh yeah,
I did
I
this, over
did this
here.
to him. But here's my issue, because for all these people dissing, they're lacking clarification. If The Weeknd just comes on a track harmonizing saying your shooter's on TikTok, we hear A$AP Rocky only trivializing it to say, oh, you're just mad that you're jealous over a girl. We're hearing Future just saying you're talking behind my back. You're hearing Metro just being like, I'm just upset at you. I don't even know why. Yeah, after a while, we're trying to hear something tangible. So I don't think it's on Drake to be like, oh yeah, I'm a fucked up nigga who fucked him over, slimed him out. Like,
say what it is.
Yeah,
Say,
you gotta
tell us why y'all are upset.
Yeah.
And other
Kendrick's issue seems to be, I'm the best. I really never thought you was the guy. I've been trying to get smoke with you anyway. I don't think he has some personal shit. Everybody else feel like, yo, Drake, we're cool. Like, even Future, like.
So there is a way that you can end up in that top 2 conversation while being married to your high school sweetheart, while not perpetuating certain images and appealing to the young people,
That's
while
right.
being
No,
a
yeah,
fan
and create
of having
classics.
the kids,
Yes, because that's
right?
who you can't. Like, it was always you.
Wait.
See, look, he think I'm shooting.
No.
I'm not shooting.
Because truthfully, that top 2 conversation we're talking about, we're sitting in a room of people who really enjoy hip hop. And when we're talking about top 2, we're not talking about necessarily merits and accolades. We're talking about something that's really intuitive to what hip hop is. I don't believe that the culture believes that Kendrick is number 2. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you high?
Wait, who
you high?
do you think they feel is number
You
2?
hiding?
Hold on. When I'm
might
saying
be
the
the
culture,
young
I'm talking about the masses.
The young masses.
I'm talking about the masses of, hey, if you haven't dropped an album in 5 years, ain't no way you're in, like, even in the top
Oh, but
5.
we don't even count them niggas' opinions.
But that does matter.
I don't know
They
what.
count. I say that all the time.
No, it don't
That
matter.
does matter.
No, it don't
That
matter.
does-
When you having a conversation about this hip hop shit, you just said we're not even talking about merits and we're not talking about accomplishments.
You're
We're
right.
talking about this hip hop
Look,
shit.
you're
Kendrick
right, but
100%.
right now, Drake, the reason why I also think Drake don't got to respond is because those people that are having this conversation that says, well, Kendrick dropped this verse, nigga, you got to respond.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's enough to affect a nigga's career.
No, it's not.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, I don't
And
know that anybody's career will be affected other than J. Cole. We've already seen that. I did say somebody's career had to get affected, but J. Cole did that already. So
Yeah,
I don't
depending
know
on
what
what happens
happens.
somebody's career, because somebody else's career
outside
could
of this
get
room where it's
affected,
hip hop aficionados, I don't think people are looking at it like, yo, it's been like a guy who they haven't even heard much music from.
Act your biases are creeping out.
No, I'm not. I'm serious.
We haven't heard much music from Kendrick.
Listen, I'm telling you. I've come on here. I've said it. I have little brothers in high school. I have
And they're saying Kendrick number 2 or Kendrick is. They don't even look at the nigga like
I'm
that.
telling you that I have cousins in colleges, HBCUs.
Hold on. It's different if they're viewing hip hop like we are.
I'm just
The
telling
majority
you.
that are just viewing hip hop as who's the most poppin' nigga, which a lot of people outside of the conversation we're having, they just view it as who's the most lit guy, who's the person who will play most of the club, get
So after
bumped in
Drake,
cars
who
a
do they
lot. We're just thinking about who's the guys who's in headphones all day.
Yeah. So after
They
Drake-
don't see Kendrick as number 2. If you're into hip hop, of course.
Yo, you know what?
Yes.
You know what
So
that's
who
wrong.
do they have?
You know what that's wrong.
I don't
that person
think.
that you're talking
I don't even think
No,
they think. It's
let me
a
tell
big
you why
two.
that's wrong.
They don't think it's a big 2
It's,
or a big.
it's wrong because
Oh, this nigga
Kendrick's the attention that
Oh,
that
this
song
nigga.
got from everyone, not just us.
It said number 2.
It says number 2.
It said
because
number
if
two.
someone
His
else does
his
it,
tour numbers say number 2.
yeah. If someone else says it, no one even pays attention to that
Yes,
verse.
I'm not saying it doesn't have
How
numbers
not?
to
Yeah,
substantiate the point of being
Cole
number
made more
2.
money than him once.
I'm just trying to tell y'all that
What Cole?
the way how people look at Kendrick, the masses. Now I'm taking it like it's kind of an argument that I don't necessarily want to make because I don't think I'm a fringe casual supporter of hip hop. I'm someone who's dedicated my life to it. So this is not an argument I want to make. I'm just saying the normal casual fan has not been in their mind thinking about. They almost see this as a LeBron and motherfucking Carmelo conversation.
Nah, no.
Whoa,
You should
whoa,
you
whoa.
should.
All right.
Yo, that's basically the end of the clip, but I literally hate how he ended it disrespecting Carmelo because I hate, this is why he don't even watch sports, but he's literally so media trained and he only gets his news from the media, so he thinks like media people and how they just all disrespecting Carmelo. Carmelo literally should have been Rook of the Year. He should have been drafted to the Detroit Pistons, but they sent him to the Denver Nuggets so that he basically could lose more and not be on the best defensive team that obviously could have obviously used the scorer, and they would have obviously won the championship, maybe his rookie year or even the second year, because they ended up winning the championship. You guys got to understand. Literally, the hate for Melo came very early with LeBron media, very early on. They made sure that he came out of the NBA very early so that he don't even end up close to LeBron's 40,000 because he was the best scorer. To me, one of the best scorers of all time. And to me, like, his skill level and everything was up there with the greatest of all time. And it's nowhere near LeBron level. LeBron ain't even on his level scoring wise, you know what I'm saying, with his actual footwork and all the moves that he can actually do. So people like academics, like he's programmed to think that way. So it's fine, it's whatever, but he doesn't know basketball at all. So mind y'all, this is the person that's rewriting a narrative for y'all. And the mindset that he's talking about with the people that are casuals, he's the only one that's bringing that into this hip hop conversation. If it's hip hop, why are you talking about casuals? We don't care about what casuals think. We're talking about the people who know rap and MC and hip hop. Kendrick Lamar has always been number 2, or quote unquote number 2, because of the fact that it's always been Drake and Kendrick who's the best MCs, right? J. Cole, they always classified him as 3rd. So we always knew what the rankings was, no matter what the public opinion is in the hip hop realm. We always knew what everybody kind of decided what it was. You know what I'm saying? So now Kendrick actually came out and said, screw all that number 2 stuff. I'm actually number 1. You're a facade. And you got people like Akademiks, just before the actual diss came out, look how much caping he was doing for Drake before Drake responded. Now look how much he's talking and trolling Kendrick Lamar, telling Kendrick Lamar to drop, and tweeting every single day, day 1, day 2 to day 7, that Kendrick Lamar haven't responded. Meanwhile, it took, I believe, Drake 23 days or 22 days to respond. It took around 3 weeks to respond. So you guys gotta understand, this is the game that what we call it the Ack Media plays for Drake. Ack is legitimately controlled by Drake because he loves Drake so much that Drake, to me, controls him. So anything Ack says is gonna always demoralize everybody else in the competition, and that's not how hip hop media people should be talking. That's why I like Joe Budden. That's why I like watching Joe Budden more for hip hop. I don't, even though Ack covers hip hop and I obviously watch Ack, it's just that like I don't take what he says seriously. Like I don't take it home with me as much as I'll take Joe Budden opinion home with me, because it's someone who's actually been in the field in war, you know what I'm saying, and took the battles and had the scars and grew up in this realm. I take his opinion way more seriously. Way more seriously. I don't even listen to Ack opinion. I think Ack is just funny and entertaining. So it's like more of an entertaining perspective of hip hop, but it's not literally factual or great intuition of hip hop like someone like Joe Budden does. So either way, this been a great reaction, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below about this whole entire beef. Let me know who y'all think is winning between Quavo and Chris Brown. Who do y'all think is winning between Ye and J. Cole? Because I think Ye just literally just destroyed J. Cole, talking about if your girl listens to J. Cole, it's gonna make her dry up, right? So he literally, to me, just destroyed J. Cole. So we all know J. Cole was the first one, I believe, this Kanye or Ye with false prophets, right? But meanwhile, J. Cole ended up being the false prophet. So it's very interesting that he comes and destroys J. Cole on the Like That beat, you know what I'm saying? Because he said he couldn't think of a Drake line right now, so he just went straight to J. Cole. So everything Kanye doing, or Ye, everything Ye doing, like he's my favorite character in this. He's my favorite superhero. So I have to stand Ye, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always objective with Ye. But to me, Ye is a musical genius. So it's nothing for me to really go against. I mean, come on, he's the greatest, you know what I'm saying? So will you guys understand that we got so many different rap beefs? Let me know what y'all think about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Let me know what y'all think about Drake and Rick Ross, or Drake and Metro Boomin. You know, Metro Boomin is the one that's leaking a lot of stuff and information about Drake having the ghostwriters with Lil Yachty. So Metro Boomin is doing things behind the scenes. He's giving Kanye West the beat pattern. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West said that in his new song. So we got Ye out here. You know what I'm saying? We got Drizzy. We didn't have Kendrick Lamar yet, but we're waiting for Kendrick Lamar to respond. But we got Quavo. We got Chris Brown. We got Hurricane Chris, I believe, going at someone too. Yo, we got a lot of stuff happening right now, to where I'm just thinking that hip hop is back in terms of the impact, where people actually care about lyrics and raps, and people's actually self-expressing on music again. This is the stuff I legitimately love about hip hop, and how I kind of just like, you know, I literally love the sport. Like, it's the sport, and this brings back competition. We're not all gonna be friends every single day. Like, come on, bro, we trying to be the best, and show me you're the best. And like, if you got beef with someone, like, put it out on a song and let it be real. And like, come on, like, this is the time to where we're getting music. And music is the best thing. Like, if it all results in music and it results in great music, then that's the whole point of it. And we also got transcendent things like AI even coming into music now. That's the beauty of rap beef, because when chaos happens, change happens. And when change happens, revolution happens. So we're in the middle of a crazy world war energy with actual wars going on. And then in America, it's always going to be duplicated within the hip hop realm of what's going on. So we got a civil war in hip hop, and that means in real life, what does that mean? Yo, everybody get prepared. It's getting spooky out here. You know what I'm saying? On the woke side, it's getting real spooky out here. Have your antennas up. You know what I'm saying? Either way, objects and mirrors are closer than they really appear. Peace.